Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. We're going to talk about Jason Aldean's really ignorant post. I think these folks are really upset that many of us are completely aware of where country music comes from. We know it comes from the plantation fields of America, and we're fully aware of it. They have tried since Beyonce dropped her country Cowboy Carter album. They have been trying hard to claim this is their music. None of it is their music. If they weren't working out in the baking hot sun on those plantations where gospel originated, the blues originated, country originated, then it didn't come from you. I don't know how many ways people have to keep saying this. It did not come from you. And these folks don't want Black people involved in a music that our forefathers created. They don't want us involved in it. They don't want us enjoying it. They don't want us talking about it. These people can go straight to hell. If anybody should be booted out of it, it should be them. So we're going to talk about Jason Aldean, of course. And, and I don't even know if this is true because, you know what, y'all, these folks lie so damn much you got to take it with a grain of salt. We get told a lot of things that are completely unproven. All right. You always remember that when they come to the forefront to insult any of us, they say many things that are 100% unproven. Taking your word, that ain't gonna cut it no more. That ain't gonna cut it. So let's get into this, y'all. Let's really get into this. Let's see here. Share. But yeah, let me go back to that post. Let's see here. I want this. All right, let me go back to that post. All right, first, can everybody see my screen? Please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. All right, so let's go back to the post and then we're going to go through some things. Jason Aldean refused a $20 million offer to duet a song with Beyonce on Cowboy Carter. So he goes on to say in this post, I wasn't about to put my name on that crap. First of all, she's a way bigger star in the music industry than Jason Aldean ever was. Okay, his career, he don't even match a quarter of her career. The last thing posted about Beyonce is practically a billionaire in her own right. Jason Aldean didn't make no billions off of his career. He's really not I can't even say he's second rate. He's like fifth rate compared to her. He hasn't seen the worldwide audiences like her. So her husband was running all over Nashville trying to find country artists to lend credibility to her silly attempt at a country album. But Texas Hold'em was number 1 for several weeks. Jason Aldean, Try That in a Small Town, was on top for 2 weeks and then went into free fall. Okay, went into free fall. So let's get into Jason Aldean here. Now, y'all remember back when I did my first video on Beyonce, I did a little history on that. And it was on Deford Bailey, who made the first country music song ever recorded in America. You know, I had some white dude talking about, no, it was 2 white guys that are the first in cut. Y'all ain't the first at nothing. The only thing you're first at is lying. You're the first at that. But, you are not the first at country. This man recorded the first country song ever in America. Not only did he record the first country song, y'all, Deford Bailey, he named, listen to me now, he named the Grand Ole Opry. That name came from him. So every time these racists form their lips to say Grand Ole Opry, they're saying something that was named by a black man. He came up with that name. And he was the first to perform ever at the Grand Ole Opry. First country song recorded, Deford Bailey. First to perform at the Grand Ole Opry, Deford Bailey. the one who named the place the Grand Ole Opry, Deford Bailey. So no matter how much you try to run from Black people when it comes down to country music, you just can't get away. You can't get away to save your rotten ass life. So when Beyonce performed at the CMAs, they said it was the highest rating. Let me blow this up. They said it was the highest ratings the CMAs ever got in its entire history. Beyonce performed her song with the Dixie Chicks, Daddy Lessons. They said they never had ratings that high at the CMAs ever until that night when they performed. As soon as the performance was over, ladies and gentlemen, the ratings plummeted. I believe her name is Natalie of the Dixie Chicks. She did an interview with Howard Stern. And she told him that. She was like, no, that was the highest ratings they had in their entire history. When they performed Daddy Lessons, which was Beyonce's song, with her at the Country Music Awards. You know, the one that Beyonce said she didn't feel welcome. They made her feel very unwelcome. They had the highest ratings ever. Never had ratings that high ever in its entire existence. And she said as soon as they got off the stage, the ratings went straight down the rest of that night. So all the other performers that came after them had low ratings. But they think they're the owners of country music. You couldn't even get the same ratings as her. And you can best believe if Jason Aldean was performing at the CMAs, he would never get ratings like that. Never. Never. Now, every time Jason Aldean does something, it's almost like this man is cursed. He got all kinds of bad things following him, like he got a dark cloud over him that's following him everywhere. This man is nothing but a walking curse. He did a concert in Las Vegas and there was a mass shooting at his concert. Many of you might remember the mass shooting. A mass shooting at his concert. And he didn't even warn the audience when he heard the gunfire. He just turned and ran off the stage. He didn't say, everybody get down. Everybody, oh, get out of here, run. Nothing. He just saved himself and left the stage. That's it. That's all he did. All right. Yeah, I'm sure many of you remember that. I remember it. That happened at his concert in Las Vegas. Then y'all might remember, hold on. No, I don't have no account with them. Hold on. I'll get a note. I'll come back to that one. Anyway, if you remember, Jason Aldean had a heat stroke on stage, maybe like a month after he came out with Try That in a Small Town. He stood up on stage performing and had a heat stroke. Okay, first the mass shooting, now a heat stroke. Then he got dragged because Try That in a Small Town, he had a clipping of a Black Lives Matter protest that had nothing to do with no small town. And he put that in the video until he received so much backlash that he removed it. He also did a shot in front of an old courthouse down there, I believe in Tennessee. And a Black man was lynched up there. And he talking about he didn't know, just a total idiot. So, yeah, you came up with the song and got all kinds of backlash. You even got protested by people that look like you. They went up to Jason Aldean's concert and said, "We tried that in a small town." They burnt a flag and completely picketed Jason Aldean. And these were people that looked just like him that did it. Okay, you can't even put it on us. It was people that looked just like him that did that protest. I mean, this dude, he is a walking magnet for bad things. He seriously is. He need to really go somewhere and lay low for the rest of his career. Next time he steps up on the stage, he may not come off the stage at this point. Now, we know Beyonce's song reached number one here in the US for Texas Hold'em. Well, she didn't just reach number one here, she reached number one over in the UK with Texas Hold'em. And she said she topped the charts for the first time in 14 years. And the reason why, y'all, is because she's not as popular in the UK as she is here in the US. You know who's more popular than her? Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland is actually more popular over in the UK than Beyonce. That's why Kelly's had a few number one songs. They weren't always number one here, but they were number one in the UK. So Kelly is actually a bigger star over there than Beyonce, but it's the opposite here. You know, Beyonce's the bigger star. But this dude got a lot of nerve. He really does. He got a lot of nerve. Jason Aldean doesn't even have a fraction of the career that Beyonce has. Not even a fraction. If anything, if he got the offer, he should be glad he got the offer because I don't see too many people offering Aldean anything. I don't see them offering him squat. Many of them are. That's why, if you notice, they've been on this um, steady line of criticism of Beyonce since she put out Cowboy Carter. Now they're sitting around calling it crap, but she is raking them over the coals on that album. But yeah, if you go out there, oh, they're on a steady stream of criticism. Oh, Beyonce is this, and oh, that, oh, it's crap. Oh, it's this. All of them couldn't name one country artist that's out right now that can match the career of Beyonce. They couldn't find them. And if they do come and give you a name, they're lying. Okay, they're lying. Mhm. So, I don't give no credence to Jason Aldean. I guess next time he gets on the stage, somebody gonna walk up on the stage and knock him out cold. Because at the rate that he's going in concerts, that man, let me tell you, you'd be crazy to get on the stage with him because this man is definitely cursed. You'd be crazy to want to be near him. I don't think she would make that offer, y'all, because that is not usually that's not what artists do. It may be people on her behalf doing those things, but definitely not directly Beyonce. No, she wouldn't pick up phones and make deals like that. That's not what she does. She's an artist. Mhm. Well, These things are happening for a reason. And see, they can't stop. See, they have many of the stations to this day won't play her music. But ultimately, them doing that, they made her music, her country album, more popular. They made it more popular by doing that. And it's just like back when all that stuff was going on with Kyrie Irving and you had them folks all upset. The more they came out in the media whining about Kyrie, the sales of Ronald Dalton Jr.'s Hebrews to Negroes kept skyrocketing all over the place. And see, they don't realize we are in a whole different time now. Whenever they come out against us, we get bigger and better. That's what happens. We get bigger and better. It's not like back in the day where they would have had a strong impact. They don't have that anymore. They don't have that anymore. They used to have it, but they don't have it now. And that's why every time they came out screaming and hollering against Kyrie, protesting Kyrie, talking trash about him, the sales went through the roof. They went through the roof. And every time they keep coming out and talking like this about Beyonce, her Cowboy Carter album is going through the roof. They're helping her. They don't even realize they're helping her. They would have been better off just playing the music and let the chips fall where they may. But you came out against it. You came out in the media against it. You went on social media against. You're just making her even more bigger and popular with Cowboy Carter. Oh, that ain't country. That ain't country. I mean, come on now. Again, you're not doing nothing but blowing her up even more. You know, that's all they're doing. That's why they're telling you she's making history. She really is. And they're helping a lot. They're helping a lot. You know, no, they used to influence the world. They don't influence the world anymore. They don't, not anymore. And as we move on, and if anything, the world is sick of these people. They are. The world is sick of them. And if anything, as we move along, not only are they going to have less influence, the world is eventually going to turn on these people. But they don't see it coming. We see it coming. They don't see it coming at all. They don't see it coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. You know, I look at all the disrespect America gets now. America was not getting disrespected. In fact, countries were afraid of America. If you notice, a lot of countries are no longer afraid of America. And I'm starting to see more stuff out there about them trying to take down the US dollar. You know, they're sick of this place. They're sick of the arrogance. They're sick of the nasty attitudes. They're sick of the whole thing. And they don't want America to interject themselves in everything. But now that they are, you know, when it comes down to our people, they're going to understand that their influence is not going to hurt us anymore, but help us. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the world is that because that's all they are. They are bullies. 777 and 9311. Yeah, America, they are bullies. And eventually people will get sick of the bully. And then what happens to the bully? They get beat up. The bully gets beat up. That's because Jason Aldean is very insignificant. He's not worth remembering. He's not worth it. I mean, next concert he'll probably get struck by lightning. this dude is, this dude ain't nothing but a walking magnet of bad luck. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you for being here at this very short notice, and enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. If you're in the Northeast, stay cool because we're in for a hot one today. Shalom, family.